God. First of all, I present myself. My name is Emil. I'm a chess grandmaster, European chess champion in past. And I would talk about chess and its disconnections of chess and computers in modern times. Continuing the previous orator, I'd probably expand on this. Chess and computers. There were some reasons to believe that chess can be resolved by computers, but this unique modern god, as it was called. Actually, it is not. The chess is some unique culture, subculture I would call it. For 1,000 years it exists now, and the number of possibilities in chess is greater than the number of atoms in the universe. There is famous Shannon number, which is like 10 in 50s or something like that. Nobody can calculate it precisely, but it's greater than the number of atoms in the universe. Nowadays, the computers are very, very powerful. In fact, if the world champion, and the world champion today is Magnus Carlsen from Norway, will play a computer, the strongest chess engine on the strongest machine, he would end up scoring like between 1 and 2 points out of 10 games, which is very difficult to imagine what happened in 20 years past, because these first matches took place in 80s and computers were badly beaten. They were always after chess materials. They would snatch the pieces and get mated, or would underestimate some positional things, so-called. Only thinking, only mathematical thinking. Nowadays the algorithm is much better. Still, computers are not the gods in chess, and today the number computers did succeed in promoting. So today's you can have a table-based, so-called, which means that any position with 7 pieces on board or less is automatically evaluated. It's either made in number of moves or it's a draw. It can be some record times, like made the highest number is made in 532 moves with 7 pieces on board. You can't imagine. Nobody can reproduce and no remember even. But only 7 pieces. And mathematician says that it can expand to the table base of 8 pieces, maybe 9, hardly 10, but never 32. Like chess is played with 32 pieces. Now about this chess and computers, they have changed the world. The computers, not only the engines and the way chess grandmasters prepare today, it also changed the way grandmasters rise in their own countries. Imagine today the world championship match has ended, and what was the match? Norwegian against Indian. You wouldn't imagine it like 20 or 30 years ago when you had mostly Soviet players or Russians afterwards, and only Bobby Fischer was a unique talent growing out of the blade. Basically, the situation has changed with the modern technologies, which allow players from all the countries. Now, today you have a Norwegian. In top 10, you have representatives from 8 nations, from Norway, from Philippines, from Italy, US, Russia, Ukraine, of course, Armenia. But of course, there's traditions. But still, this has changed a lot. But still, we have a situation where top chess players still can outsmart the computer, which is so mighty, so huge, so great. But there is a so-called horizon to the calculation. So computer calculates to still some depth, but it can't go beyond that. And there's some point of where human intuition prevails over computer. If I'd be allowed to continue, I'll represent a few examples of the kind. What it tells us today is that even in this ever-expanding and ever-enforcing machine force which stands behind these programs, today, man, when he plays a position which so-called position based on understanding rather than calculating, computer can be beaten by the top players. Now the problem is how to build your chess preparation in order to okay.